of the tile was going to be, that it was, the exchange was so late in the
Yeah.
process that I didn't hear back. So those were my concerns. Do you happen to have that PDF?
No, it didn't pull up.
I thought I printed that out. To the rescue, thank you.
Oh, yeah. You're right. It is a combination. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I was thinking that band board was really thin.
Yeah, but it does look like that it complements the existing dam that's there. There is an existing dam that's quite thin, and that's being carried through, which I think is nice. But by the time we have that siding combination carried around all the sides with the tile, the railings, and then the structure, the solarium, it seems like it's going to be awfully busy on the rear elevation.
Yeah, it looks like the existing is all horizontal siding.
Yeah,
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, thanks.
and I think it has the potential to be okay if that tile module is carefully selected. And if it's a stone type tile that requires a thicker grout joint, and if there's a contrast in that joint, yeah, that coursing is going to have to be awfully carefully planned, I think.
All right, so there's some questions on that one, and I guess with that, we could trade the year.
No, there's one in between.
Oh, 620. I think with that, we could ask Ken, if I can. Alrighty. Next one is 626 Hollywood Place. This one's a window installation.
Yeah, I know we're supposed to be colorblind, but my concern was is the trim of the windows in conflict? It says they're supposed to be white. Is that inconsistent with the door around? And then there's the one bay window on the side. It's not labeled what side, but the roof is supposed to be removed. Is there a brick behind? Is there brick behind that, or is there some other infill material? Some clarification.
Yep, I had the same comment about that roof going away. What happens where that is removed?
No, it was
Oh,
on
it's
the other
side?
side.
It's the side.
The side with the door.
Yeah.
It says roof will go away, windows are not this tall. It's difficult to see what,
There's a gap.
yeah,
What's left? Yeah.
I didn't have any comments on the windows themselves.
I had a follow-up question on this. When I drove by the house, not all of the windows are depicted in the photographs.
No.
There is a window that is on the front elevation to the left of the front door that isn't depicted. And it's currently a brown tone with a 4/4 grid pattern. And I was wondering if that is staying or if it is also being replaced. And then there is a window that's in the front gable that is also the brown tone 4/4, and it's not depicted as being replaced. And I just wanted to verify what the scope is, because if those windows aren't being replaced, we're going to have a mixture of white 1/1s with no grills, and then brown 4/4s on the front elevation. So that it could be just an oversight that they're all being replaced, but I just wanted to verify that.
Next on the list, 1240 Elm.
Well, I guess that if there's a pre-approval, but
There is pre-approval language that
Uh-huh.
put on the last thing. I think she was just, if there was any more discussion that you guys wanted to talk about.
oh, because, yeah, the revisions were sent through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the revisions were fine.
Well,
No, we're talking really,
hold on. Yeah, so just to back up,
Okay.
856 Greeley, the question was, were there any additional comments or is everyone still okay?
Okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she was. All right, and then next one is 1240 Selma. Which was a closed covered deck patio. I just personally couldn't tell sometimes what was new versus existing to the drawing. Very clear.
I had the same problem. It looked like it might be a replacement in kind, but I wasn't really sure exactly.
That's kind of how it would do.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
It looks like it was, is it screened in? I don't know if it's screened in or not. And it doesn't, if it is, it doesn't really show like horizontals or what type of screen system.
Yeah. That's the view from the north. And if you look at the picture from the north, you know, the proportions really don't match the real house, but well, I got confused, but it's got the
Oh, yeah.
smaller slope roof and the gable, and then what's shown in the deck plan is just a real simple gable roof. So I'm not sure if that means that's existing, it's staying. It's really hard to read.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard to read. And I was like counting bays and looking at posts to
Yeah.
try to discern what the situation is, but it's just really not too clear.
And like Ken, I was guessing it might just be replacing in place and nothing else going on, but it's just not that clear. Yeah, so unless there's any other comments on that one. And move along to 8964 Big Ben, which was the one that came later, right?
Yeah.
And it's just the front porch. It's not the porch cochere that we're reviewing.
Any no comments?
I just have a question. I mean, it's okay as submitted, but the style of the existing porch is, and the stair especially, are so much more in keeping with the style of the house than what's proposed. I wondered if there was any consideration given to keeping some sort of roof over that front door. Because I mean, it is a very sort of welcoming feature, and it is nice to have some shelter at the front door, whether it's for a guest or whether you're just going out to get the mail. And then also too, The front porch, the new front porch looks like it's about the same dimension as the existing. However, with that narrowed stair, it does look like it's a bit cramped. So I really just wanted to have a conversation about whether there was any consideration given to maybe keeping the style that's more commensurate with the style of the house, and just having railings. I can understand why they'd want railings at the stair, and then maybe having some sort of roof over the door.
You suggesting stair be blank out facing the porch? Is that what-
Just a potentially a wider stair.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay, why-
Any additional comments? Ben? Okay.
Yeah, clear still has a picture of all that. Doing the slumber park.
Hebrew school friends.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, well, welcome everyone online and to the Architectural Review Board meeting. We've now just concluded our work session. And, our official meeting will now begin. Kelly Campbell, Travis Ham of the city. On my right, Carol Dunphy, Tracy Collins, Ken Burns, Mark Vogel, and myself, Bob Buckman, 5 volunteer architects and landscape architects on the board. First item of business is review of meeting minutes from what is the date?
I just got one quick question. Why is the screen not on?
Couldn't get them on.
Okay, all right, okay.
Not sure why.
Can we talk to people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I
all right,
got people here.
okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, Thanks.
Review of meeting minutes from September 16th. And there's 4 of the 5 years. So with that, do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from September 16th, 2021.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? September 16th meeting minutes have been approved. Next, we have a number of pre-approvals, so I'll ask the board members to make a motion to refer to the agenda that was emailed by Mara earlier today. First one is 856 Greeley. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve 856 Greeley as submitted with the clarification that the exposed foundation will have a rubbed finish.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? 4, and 3.
My second.
Next, we have 320 Spring. Do I have a motion?
Make
a motion to approve 320 Spring with the clarification that there is a window at the new stair that was missing on that elevation. It was shown on the plan, but missing on the elevation. That stair is, or that window is included at the stair. And that the all new windows will be 3/1 and actually existing windows.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? 320 Spring has been approved. Next, we have 466 West Lockwood. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve 466 West Lockwood as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? 466 West Lockwood approved. Next, we have 139 South Laclede Station Road. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve 139 South Laclede Station Road as submitted with the clarification that the width and details of the ramp will conform to meet building code.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Laclede Station Road approved. Next, we have 627 Foot. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve 627 as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Last one for approval, 659 Fairview. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve 659 Fairview as submitted.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? 659 Fairview is approved. Next two projects are public hearings. And as from this point on, if I call out your projects, if you're online, please raise your hand and we'll put you on the board with us. If you're here, then we'll have you to come forward. First one is 131 Plant. Is there anyone online for that project that wants to speak?
Hi, Jenny, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm for Orchard,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Right.
That's what
All
I thought.
right. I was like,
but I can talk on their behalf if they're not there. I'm kidding.
Is there anyone else online that wants to speak on 131 Plant?
Aaron?
Aaron Fuller's here.
Yeah, Aaron Fuller.
Yes. I'm the resident.
Yeah, hi, Aaron. Welcome.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you heard us in the pre-meeting, but we really didn't have a comment. But since it's in a historic district, we have to have a public hearing, so that's why we're on right now.
Okay.
All right, so with that, do I have a motion on 131 Plant?
I make a motion to approve 131 Plant as submitted.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, Aaron, you're approved.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right, next we have 36 Orchard. And I see we have Jenny on here with us. So,
You there, Jenny, still?
I'm here.
I think,
Yeah, hey Jenny, I just had a few follow-up questions for you.
Sure.
On the garage door and the double doors that are on the back of the house, are they going to be flush style or are there going to be different style doors there?
Oh, well, they're probably gonna have the doors to it's like more of a storage room. The goal is for those to look kind of more like more like a barn carriage door look, and then they'll probably just update the garage door to match what they put at those doors. Is that what you're asking? They don't,
Yeah.
they
yeah.
don't have any plans to really do any work to the existing garage, but, so we haven't really selected a door. But I know when we get to that point, it's probably going to just match what we put at the storage doors.
Okay, so both doors will probably be like barn carriage style doors.
Something, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just kind of clarifying there. And then also too, there was a note on sheet A10. There's a couple of areas where the note that's written on the elevation says one thing and the key note says another. One says that there's new siding over existing substrate, and then the key note says that it's existing siding to be painted. And I just wanted to.
Oh, no, that should, it may be that they're painting the brick white. So they're going to paint the brick and paint this, they're not painting the siding, they're replacing it.
Okay, no, just like, so all of the siding will be replaced?
Yes, yeah, there's not a whole lot on there now, so, yeah.
Okay, is all of the siding going to be the new 5-inch?
No, we're gonna do a variation. We're gonna have, I don't, hang on one second. We're gonna have the a wider siding up in the gable and probably a narrower siding on the main portion of the house, just to kind of, since it'll all be white, they want to have a little bit of texture change.
Okay, and then do you happen to have the drawings in front of you?
I gotta get my copy. Sorry, I thought they were gonna be on the screen.
Let me know when you're ready.
I got them.
Okay, I'm looking at sheet A10.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then on the south elevation, there's an area where it says new siding over existing substrate. And then in that same area, there's a key note number 3, and number 3 says paint existing siding.
No, it's not, I'm telling you, we're not painting anything. We're just replacing the siding.
Okay, so all of the siding will be replaced,
Yes.
and
And then it'll have a wider siding in the gables as shown, and then it'll have a more narrow exposure on the main house.
okay, so basically on that elevation and that south side elevation, the width of the siding that's shown on the drawing is the width that you'll be
Yes,
installing.
yes.
Okay.
We're matching the width. We're just swapping it out for new.
Okay, great. Thanks for the clarification. And
Sure.
let me look at my notes and see if I had any other questions. Oh, I think Tracy had some questions about the bracket style, the brackets.
Yeah, I was just noticing, on the rear side, it looks like there's brackets on that shed roof, and it looked like those were maybe chunkier than the brackets shown on the side.
I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you. Can you just refer to the sheet you're talking about?
There you go. That's techno issues. Kelly's got it going. Yeah, I saw it come on. There we go.
Testing. Testing.
Okay, that's better.
Hi. I was just asking about the brackets. It looks like there's brackets on the east elevation at the rear that look to be maybe a little bit chunkier than the brackets shown on the side. Just want to clarify that all brackets will be the same style and size.
Yeah, they will be. Yeah.
Okay. And then the sills of the windows, it looks like there's a box underneath, and I was just curious because it doesn't look like trim. It looks like there's something
Right.
special.
No, no. There's going to be, wherever there's masonry, there'll be a masonry sill if we're replacing a window, but everything else is just going to be trimmed with a small heel underneath it with siding.
Okay. And then I was curious about the shed roof on the back. It's got a standing seam roof, and I was just questioning that material, thinking that maybe shingles would go better with the style of the home, but I didn't know if that was something that it seems to be.
I think part of it is they thought maybe because they're going to be doing a deck back there, they might do, like, there's a kind of a copper colored one that you can get. And I thought they were thinking that might kind of, as for part of the pool patio and whatnot, with planters and stuff that they're going to have out there, they thought that might be a nice touch. But it's not something we absolutely have to have. It was just it's a thought.
Yeah.
I think they'd be open to either, but it would be kind of nice to have a little bit of color back with the deck color, which we haven't decided if we're going to do a cedar deck or, if we think it's going to be composite or cedar, but we were just trying to think of something that might give it a little bit of warmth.
Mhm.
So we're up for suggestions, but it was just a thought.
Yeah, okay.
It is kind of the main focal point of the back where they are going to be entertaining. So we thought it might be kind of nice.
Yeah, when you say copper, that sounds a lot nicer than what I was picturing in my head.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can get an aluminum standing seam roof now that's a copper color, which is kind of a nice tone.
Yeah. Okay. That's it.
Yeah, nice little accent.
Yeah.
Okay, any other comments from the board?
Yeah, I've got it down.
Okay.
Yeah, we covered it.
I think we're good then. And I think maybe I'm gonna speak for Tracy and say that you guys are on the same page. You've written out a few things for you and Carol.
Yeah.
So when we read a motion, we'll just sort of reference that, and when we get to the end of it, if it doesn't sound right to you, then stop us. But before we do that, I need to ask, since this is a public hearing, is there anyone else online that wants to speak on 36 Orchard? If so, please raise your hand. No one?
No one.
Okay, so with that, I'm gonna ask for a motion on 36 Orchard.
I'll make a motion to approve 36 Orchard with the following clarifications. If the garage door or the new garage door and the man door shown are shown as flush style doors, but the intent is that they're the carriage style doors. Wanted to clarify the finishes, the brick will be painted and that all of the siding will be replaced with a large exposure horizontal siding at the top of the gables and then a smaller exposure horizontal siding below. And that all the brackets will be of the same size and style. That's it.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, 36 is approved.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
See you next time.
Till then. All right, next we have 520 Lake. I think Mr. Burns is going to choose himself. And then we have, I would assume, hi, Rick.
Come up here.
Welcome. And I think we had some questions, which you've heard in the pre-meeting, so I'll let Carol or Ray.
Thanks for coming to visit with us again. Did you all discuss what the size and configuration of the tile is going to be on that back wall, the exterior wall of the exterior wall between the solarium and the house?
We've talked about it, we have not decided on, it's gonna be a more of a neutral color,
Yes.
and it's gonna probably be a larger tile, like a travertine. So we're gonna have more of a travertine, I'm thinking a rectangular tile. I don't have the exact size or one picked out at this point.
Okay. So was it planned to be consistent on both floors? I mean, is it consistent throughout that wall or is it?
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay.
go from the floor all the way up to the top of the solarium. So that whole wall, instead of having siding on it or whatever, that wall's gonna have the travertine or whatever stone we use, tile,
Mhm.
that will be on the inside of the solarium. On the outside of the solarium, we're going to probably have the siding that we have on the new drawing. We'll
Yes.
have that on the back, because it's gonna be the solarium is not as wide as the rest of the house, so it's.
Yeah. So those portions that wrap around to the rear elevation
That's
before you get to the solarium, those will match the sides.
correct.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to verify that there was no plan to change the size or the configuration of the tile, that it will be consistent throughout.
Correct.
And then have you all discussed whether or not you're going to use contrasting grout, or is it going to be a color that will be similar to the tile? Because if it gets into a contrast, that's going to be pretty.
We're wanting it to all kind of blend in, so
Okay.
it's not going to pop those tiles. So if we used a tan tile, we would use more of a tan grout, not a black grout.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a plan to have it basically read as a monochrome. And you'll just have the texture of the tile and the grout.
Correct.
Okay. I do really think that it would be in the best interest of your project for whatever the module, the size of the tile is, to have it be something that will align coherently with the coursing of your shingle siding.
Correct.
Because if that's, if that module is off, it's, you're going to have some unfortunate intersections. And it's already, kind of busy back there as it is with all of the various materials. So, I mean, would you be comfortable with us putting that in an motion that the tile selected will be of a configuration that will coordinate with the siding?
Sure, no one's
coursing?
gonna see it unless they're in our backyard, but we can do that if that makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah, because, if it's, I mean, obviously, it's going to be a really nice project, and if that's lighted up at night, the neighboring homes will see it. So, that sounds reasonable to me, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you working with us on that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Any other comments?
It looks like all the other comments that we had the last time have been picked up.
All right. With that, do I have a motion on 520 Lake?
Make a motion to approve 520 Lake with the clarification that the tile at the interior side of the exterior wall at the rear, the joints of that tile will align with lines of the exterior finish.
The exterior siding.
Exterior siding finish joints.
Yeah. Do we want to add anything in there about the grout?
Oh, and that the grout of the tile will match the tile.
Correct, we're not gonna pop those tiles out, we're gonna have it all blend together.
Sounds good. Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Aye. Opposed? All right, Rick, you approved.
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
All right, I guess Ken can come back and join us.
Thank you, guys.
All right, you're welcome. Next, we have 626 Hollywood Place. If there's anyone online for that, please raise your hand. And Kelly will add you. 626 Hollywood.
I don't see anyone. No one there.
When it, I think the last time didn't the homeowner like come zipping up here to see
He
us?
did. It was
Yeah.
The homeowner was the one who was here.
Yeah, but I think if I'm remembering correctly, there was some like technical something or other, some technical problem and they came up and talked with us. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember him being here and talking
I
with
remember
us.
he was concerned his contractor wouldn't
That's what it
Yeah.
was. I knew there was
wouldn't come
some,
or be able to.
yeah, okay,
get off.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because he did come.
I'm not here. I think I'm like.
We had to resubmit because it was just the window package. It wasn't. drawings or-
Oh,
And
it
we
was a
had
big,
some,
thick packet of-
that's why I don't recognize
Yeah.
it, because there were no
Yeah.
there were no pictures.
right, and we just had some really fuzzy black and white
Yeah.
interior photos.
Oh, okay,
So, yeah, so we had tabled it and asked them to clarify what the actual project was going to be and what it's going to look like.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we can save that for later. Keep moving. Next on the list will be 1240 Selma. That's the covered back patio. Is there anyone online for 1240 Selma? Please raise your hand.
Looks like we have Amber. Can you hear us?
Yes, yes, I can.
So Amber, welcome. And I guess we had a few questions. I'm not sure if you heard it before, but there was questions about where the existing and the new was. Some of us were trying to guess if you're just replacing the deck as it is with a new deck.
Yes.
Really the scope, because the drawings were a little confusing and unclear.
Yeah, we're just replacing the deck with a new deck. It will be basically it's a 17 by 18 with it is a very confusing because of where the carport concrete is. So, but yeah, it's just replacing the old deck with the new deck is all.
Are you screening anything in with the new construction?
No, we're not, no.
Yeah, so your deck layout plan shows what I think are existing posts.
Yeah.
And then it says you're gonna put new wraps on them.
Yes,
There's 4x8 lattice called out. That's that existing lattice that you see in the photograph, I would assume.
yes,
And nothing to be done with that, right?
right.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, any other comments from the board?
No, it's pretty much just a replacement of what's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well then with that, can I ask for a motion on 1240 Selma?
I make a motion to approve 1240 Selma as submitted.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye, opposed? Okay, Amber, you approved.
Great. Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome. Good night.
Have a great night.
Okay, next, we have 8964 Big Bend. Is anyone online for that? Please raise your hand. We have one person left.
Hello,
Good evening.
hello.
Is this Don?
It is.
Well, welcome, Don. Are you here for 8964 Big Bend?
Are you here for 8964 Big Bend, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great.
Can you hear us okay? We were having a little bit of trouble hearing you for a second. Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask if y'all had considered maintaining any kind of roof covering to shelter your front door.
I asked the homeowner if they would want that, and she said no, she didn't want to have that. She's got a 18-inch overhang and a 6-inch gutter on there, and she feels like as little as they use that front door for anything, that it would just not be necessary. Personally, I like the concept of a roof, but that's not what the homeowner asked for.
Yeah, I understand. I just didn't know if it had been considered because it is such a nice integral style of the house. I imagine this house is probably getting close to be 100 years old now. Looks like it was a 1920s house.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's, you know, the roof that's on there is kind of makeshift. If you can look at the drawing or the photographs that I sent you, the front elevation, you can kind of see that it's separating, and it was not very well built. So it has no correlation to the existing structure, like no hip or anything like that. And it was kind of an afterthought from day one. So it has no bearing on the existing style of the house.
Yeah, I believe that it is kind of a character defining element of this style and time frame of house. And those brackets would be what we would expect to find on this style house. I can
Okay.
see from the photographs that the roof looks definitely like it's seen better days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just wanted to know if that had been considered. And then also too, was there a particular reason that y'all wanted to make the stair so much narrower than it is?
Essentially, they're 4 feet wide. And she just, I had originally drawn it full width, and she just liked the look of the rails, the returning a little bit more. She thought the porch had a little more character than just straight up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, what would you say? I think that it's unfortunate that a lot of the character defining elements of the original style of the house are being lost. And yes, it is definitely nice to have handrails on both sides of the stair. I certainly agree with that. But, that also could be accomplished with maintaining the wider stair. But if this is what they desire, so be it. I appreciate you talking with us because I just wanted to know if those things have been considered and discussed. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, I think, when I had first seen the drawings, it wasn't clear that roof was coming off the door. But I think it is sort of characteristic of a 1920s bungalow style house with an entry like that. The roof and the entry doors match. And it's really that combined with that wide stair gives this house a little bit of character. And it seems like it's being, it's basically being pulled out of there for a reason I'm not quite sure why. If it's, could be repaired, maintain the character of the home. That's my thought. And then the idea that the porch itself, the the cheek walls on each side, I think on the existing, they look like, are they poured concrete, the stucco, or, well, I'm not sure what they are.
Yeah, they're kind of a stucco concrete block,
Yeah,
and it's, you know, it's all sunk and it's just shot.
so that's why those are being torn out. But sort of like the style of railing that's going back in doesn't really, you know, it could relate to the house and the scale of the house in a different way. Somewhat arbitrary. So when I first saw that, I thought, I wasn't sure that this roof was coming off, and now that I know it is, I think that's, you know, I would be discouraged that, it's really not just about keeping the water off the door and giving you a place to stand and open the door when the rain's pouring down or the snow's coming down. It defines the entry to the home, kind of, human scale. There's a lot of nice things to that house. So. But that was my thought. I just wanted to, I didn't get a chance to relay that in an email because I wasn't sure if that's what was happening. So I'm gonna just make that comment that I'm not a big fan of taking off. I wish they would reconsider just reconstructing it and keeping the scale and widening the stairs.
Handrails could be added to the stair if it were to be rebuilt in the existing configuration. Some, you know, period style railings could be added to that stair for safety. You know, obviously we get some snow and ice around here, but I think it could be done in a way that's sensitive to the style of the house.
I agree with you.
Go ahead.
I think if we were to put a roof on it, personally, I think it should be a hip roof that matches the house. And, you know, the gutters come around, and so that it was cohesive with the existing structure. I, you know, suggested that to the homeowner, and she just didn't. She said she just doesn't want a roof. She wants the light to come in the front door.
We can always embody our strong feelings as recommendations within our approval. I would rather see them keep the roof, but I don't know that we can say you gotta keep the roof, so. And I also think increasing the width of the stair to the full width of the porch would be an improvement too, and I'd be willing to approve it and just say a strong recommendation that you give these considerations.
I could probably talk them into widening the stairs.
Any other comments, board members? All right, so I think with that, unless I don't think putting the roof as a possible, you know, like can or can't do it. I'm interested in, but if you think the homeowner is interested in exploring the roof, then I'd entertain that. But at this point, we don't really know, right?
At this point, she's not.
Right. Okay. Well, I think with that, we'll set a motion.
We want to put the stair as part of the clarification. Okay. I'll make a motion to approve 8964 Big Bend Boulevard. Just the front porch portion of this middle, with the clarification that the stair will remain the same width as the existing stair.
Or that would be the same width as the existing porch. I don't think they're the same dimensions. Are you saying the porch needs to be as wide as the old one?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't get that. So,
Well, and I guess that's where they are, because that if it's not the same width, I think what we were saying was it could be the full width.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's my understanding. So.
Not the same width as the.
When complete, the stair will be the width of the porch.
So I will make a motion, let's scratch that. Make a motion to approve 8964 Big Bend Boulevard, front porch review only. And with the clarification that the stair will be the width of the porch.
On there.
Hi,
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, Don,
I have two opposed. I have one.
Thank you very much.
So that's 3 to 2 to approve.
Carol opposed?
You did,
I
yes.
thought I- Okay, that's what I thought.
okay, have a good night, Don.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Last one we have is, we're gonna circle back around to one of those projects.
626.
Yeah, 626 Hollywood. So we saw this one, didn't have enough information. We're seeing it again. There's still questions.
So we can table it one more time. We can give them the option to address the question. You could table it one more time.
Yeah.
Or you can vote on it. If it's a negative vote, then we can give them the option to address your concern. And Mara can, administratively approve it if she's comfortable doing that. So that's kind of where we are.
So we asked some questions on, through the email process, right? And did we get any response?
No, I didn't. She monitors all that and does all that. So I really don't know.
So I would say if these questions were asked, obviously they would have gotten back to this time matter. Mara would have sent that to them. And said, we don't see that. I think we should table it.
Okay. Yeah. We can vote.
Don't have enough information.
do we want to restate what our concerns are? So-
Yeah, I would like you guys to
But yeah,
restate them.
go ahead. And Carol, I think you had
Okay.
a pretty elegant site.
No, in what form do you want me to state these, Kelly? It's just a list or?
Yes, just the
Okay.
list. We will not be voting on this tonight, and just give us the list so we can convey them to the applicant.
Where the bay is being removed on the side of the house, there will be a roof being removed. And we'd like clarification on what the wall finish will be below that roof. I mean, is it just brick or how will that be treated? And then also there's a couple of windows on the front elevation that are not addressed in the photo submittal. One is in the gable, the front gable on the second floor. And the other one is on the first floor to the left of the front door. Neither of those windows are pictured as being replaced. And we just want to clarify what the plans are for those windows, because if they're not being replaced, we would then have a mixture of windows on the front elevation. They would be partially brown tone 4/4 and partially white 1/1. So please clarify if those windows are to be replaced.
That meeting is adjourned.